Okay, this just got here in the mail. Retroid Pocket. I got the black Retroid Pocket Flip. I got it on release day. This is the box, see, black. Got the black one. Retroid Pocket. It's the Retroid Pocket Flip. We'll just do a quick unboxing. So, no toilet paper manual here, just a fancy silver embroidered hard stock card with your specs. We zoom in on those. Hopefully that's readable. Okay, and then all the buttons. Okay, put that aside. I did, when I ordered it, I ordered the case. So we got a cord. What else we got? Is there anything underneath? Nope, that's all we got in here. Really quick, simple unboxing. Put that in there. Okay, I've never had a Retroid Pocket before, so this is the first one. Oh, okay. So I did ask for 32 big. I did order the 32 gigabyte card. I was hoping it had games on it. So this might be a little different. So there will be no games or anything on here. This will just be Android. And then we'll have to build it all up. Okay. Wow, it's beefy. It's heavy. The analog buttons are kind of cool. The R2 and L2 kind of cool. We got R1 and L1. On top we have our mini HDMI out, our charger, an M1 and M2 button. On the side over here we have our spot for our TF card. Right there. On the bottom we have our power and our headphone. On the other side we have volume. On the back we have our intake and extake because this has active cooling. 2 downward firing speakers. It is pretty beefy. Nice and heavy in the hands. Sliders, not just joysticks. Tends to take up fingerprints pretty good. D-pad feels okay. Buttons are nice and clicky. Sliders have to get used to, but they do both click. Okay, fairly big screen. It's got some black borders on it. Rubber stops so it doesn't, sticks don't hit the screen. Start and select, rather clicky. Okay, I like how this thing feels. Let's turn it on and see what happens. Hey everyone, this video is sponsored by KinHanK. Click the link below to check out the Super Console X if you're interested in retro gaming. Also use the discount code link for extra savings. Okay, so I've turned it on, changed the background. There are absolutely no games in here. So I set up email and downloaded a couple of things. It's just like setting up the 505 or the 405. Really quick and easy to log in. So stuff that's loaded. This was all loaded. All your emulators, your Play Store is right there. There's the Retroid launcher there. Settings, Chrome. Some stuff I've downloaded. I am going to use Digijo as my front end on this, just for something different to learn how to do it. So I've got some stuff downloaded. So now, from what I've seen here, it's just like the 504 and the 505. I like the big screen. So I'm gonna download some Android games, and I'm gonna download and get Digijo working, and then I will come back and we'll do a quick little how's it doing with the emulators and games on Amazon. Okay, so I'm changing tact on this. I'm gonna use the launcher, the game launcher that comes loaded on the flip, just to try and, instead of trying to get Daijiju working, which works, I've got it going, but I'll just use the one the loader that's actually in here, the front end that's actually in here, which is Retroid launcher. So we'll just go with that to do some gameplay. So here we go, let's play some games.
Strengthen the soul of Maxi. You win! Battle 2, fight! Victory, strength. Go for broke. Come on. Round 1. Fight. You win. Round 2. Fight.
Okay, so I played some. Excuse me. I played some games here. I played some Dreamcast and PSP. Those I'll show. I've checked out some of the other stuff like the MAME games and the Super Nintendo. It all plays all the way up to that. PS2 has some grief. It's a little slow. You might be able to, if you tweak it, you might be able to get to play better. PlayStation plays okay. PS2 doesn't. So that's all I'm going to do for emulators. Like I said, I did switch to the Retroid front end, which is this right here, and it's easy to get it ready to go. Like I said, I cheated and I took a spare card I had from the 505 that I broke and I put it in here. So, okay, that means there's no games in here. Okay, so you go down, you go to your ROMs, because I've got the game card in there, 505. Go to the ROMs down there, then you go to add, and then you tell it where to look. Okay, but then one thing you don't want to do is forget which one you were doing. Sega Master System. So you go in here, you go down to add, there, and now this just brings up the card, and you go down to your S's because it's all alphabetical, or their M Master System. Okay, and you just put you check mark it, which sometimes can be a little awkward. Okay, you just check mark it, and then you press the select, and then over here you just press scan, and you just press OK on that, and then it hashes out the games. And I found that it's had no problem playing. The only one that had problem playing is Wii, and I got that working. Wii got a little slow, but because it's got RetroArch loaded, there's 2 versions of RetroArch loaded. Just make sure your cores are all loaded and stuff like that. If you've got a card, you can put in here. Okay, it's sort of a, I'm going to call it a cheat. But if you don't have your cards, you just you would just, when you put in the empty card, put it on, turn it on, and it would put in all your game directories. Then you would just search on Google. Google is your friend. You know, nobody can give you the websites, but just search for ROM sets, and I'm sure something will pop up. And then you just put all the corresponding ROMs into the ROM folders. Find your BIOSes. Same way you found put them into your ROM folders. Same way you found those, and it does the rest of it for you. It scrapes and does everything. The Dijo is a little more complicated. There's more to do, but it does work. You got a bit more setup on the back end, but I've got most settings to work. But easiest to get working is the Retroid loader. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch over to the Android, and I'll show you some of the Android games and show you some stuff on there. Okay, so let's play Mighty Doom. It does rotate. Well, let's make this up a bit. There we go.
You've been honored. Damage. Contact with enemy! Headshot! Enemy in sight! Enemy in sight! Tied for the lead. Contact with enemy! Enemy contact! Contact with enemy! Enemy down!
bites the dust.
Okay, final thoughts on the Retroid Pocket Flip. I didn't mind the price for the level of device. It's the same as, you know, it's exact, plays everything, does everything the same as the 50, the 505, the 504. They're all the same. They're identical. They do everything the same. It is a nice little device, actually. I like the fact that the screen. I like the fact that the screen is always covered. I did get the case with it, so I got the case and the card, right? So, you know, it's a nice little case. However you want to do it. Okay, it's a nice little carrying case. Came with it. Not that you need it when it's in a solid pack. And of course you get your game card. That's the one that I got when you get a 32. When you get a game card from Retroid, there's nothing on it. It's just like that. It's a blank card. So I guess for those people that haven't had a lot of experience with handhelds and don't have ROMs lying around and stuff like that, if you want to play retro games, there's going to be a lot of work and setup. There's going to be a lot of setup and stuff on the Retroid Pocket Flip. You have to track your ROMs down, find your ROMs. If you happen to have ROMs for another handheld, then fine, but first never bought one before, it's going to be a lot of work. You're going to get the card, you're going to have to format the card, you're going to have to put it in, get all the files put in, then you're going to have to go on the internet, find the files. It's done. There's Russ at Retro Game Corps has all of the videos perfect. It's what I use to do stuff. It'll walk you through it. But if you want this to play the Android side, it's ready to go. Email, YouTube, Facebook, whatever you want to do, Android games. But to put some retro games on there, if you haven't done it before, could be a little work. Okay. I like it's the first one I have with stacked shoulder buttons. So I really like the stacked shoulder buttons. I see why everyone wishes Ambernick did it. It charges fairly quickly. I haven't tried the TV out yet. The volume sounds good. The paint, it's fingerprint, it's just smudge city. I had pizza tonight and I washed my hands and you can see it's just smudges all over. And I got the black, which was probably a mistake. I like the buttons. The D-pad is nice. The sliders are nice. All the buttons are nice. The screen is really nice. The hinge is really nice. It stays in the position that you want it to stay into. It's fairly beefy to hold, so it doesn't feel like you're holding a cheap toy. And if you're, I think the Retroid with no games on it is more for somebody who has had some experience. But if you're willing to learn, this is a great device, and I highly recommend it. If you're not up to trying to find the ROMs and stuff like that, you can always, I think you can probably find them on Etsy and stuff like that, game cards ready to go. But you'll just have to find, so you just have to, try an Ambernick or a Pow Kitty. They come with games loaded and ROMs loaded. And once you have that, you have it all. You can get one of these. Not that should stop you from buying one of these. It's a very nice device. It's just going to take you a lot of work to begin with if you're new to it. Okay? Thanks for stopping by. Like, subscribe, and let's see if we can push this to 600. And we'll catch you next time.